We are back. Okay. I Tante Mas.
Panji Syafi di sini. Selamat datang ke Voice Out Cakap Je.
So kita kembali lagi bersama isu dan topik-topik hangat kita tentang perguruan. Okay, tentang apa behind the scenes of teachers lah. Dia punya kita dengar rintihan daripada seorang guru. Okay.
Bekas guru.
Bukan semuanya yang tak baik tentang guru, kerjaya guru ni, ada yang very positive okay. Dan sekarang ni kita nak dengar tentang rintihan seorang cikgu ni tentang mungkin sesuatu yang dia tak berapa selesa, mungkin boleh diperbaiki.
Yang dia nak cakap tapi dia tak boleh cakap pasal dulu dia masih bekerja dalam di bidang. Tapi sekarang dia rasa dia boleh lah cakap kata dia lah.
Katanya ya. So kalau boleh, apa yang you nak management perbaiki dalam
masuk sana.
Yalah, senang, straightforward kan.
Think first and foremost is the paperwork lah that the teachers have. Kadang dengan cara tak sedar, the paperwork that we have are actually adding on by load. The load getting more and more. Kira macam hari-hari diorang ada lesson that they need to plan. So planning comes in. Habis ada macam need to reflect on how they have conduct the lesson. So all this are part of the daily routine. I would say routine in terms of teachers' point of view. Then kalau celebration, ada planning that teachers need to prepare. Then planning bukan plan aja. Planning, proposal satu, lagi satu materials nak prepare. Sama juga macam lesson, materials nak kena prepare juga. And all this sometimes tak cukup dengan masa yang teachers ada dekat dalam kerja. Within their working hours is definitely not enough. And some people out there cakap ada nap time apa, nap time teacher boleh rest apa, korang boleh buat kerja apa. Tapi dia lupa macam like we say previously, ada budak special needs, kau rasa diorang boleh tidur? So kadang kita nak buat kerja tapi kerja tak jalan because budak comes first. And then kadang bila time boleh buat kerja tu, tiba-tiba ada meeting. Time our meeting is nap time tau. Kita bukan macam primary school, budak dah balik sekolah boleh ada meeting after that. Kita tak ada. Kita within that nap time juga kadang tak ambil lunch pun. Makan kat situ juga dalam kelas. So situ kita makan, situ sambil tengok budak.
Sambil meeting.
So kira macam the mental workload tu is like, the mental load can be so draining.
Kira 8 jam dekat sana, 8 jam solid kerja lah.
Tengok budak walaupun they claim that take your lunch break. So ada yang can afford to leave the class to have lunch outside. That is good enough really. But ada yang cannot because of manpower issue. Cikgu tak cukup. Habis relief, tak boleh biarkan diorang seorang-seorang. Relief teacher is like not qualified. Dia cuma bantu-bantu je. So kalau relief kat dalam tu, dia tak boleh seorang. Cikgu sekolah tu yang tetap satu orang kena stay dengan dia. So that again goes back to the management part whereby kadang kita faham, management pun they have their own restrictions, their own limitations that they can afford. Kadang bila fikir pasal manpower, kalau ada terlalu ramai ambil leave, terlalu ramai ambil MC pun, susah juga dia nak approve yang lain-lain ni, last minute urgent leave semua kan. Tapi there are times whereby, pernah lah terjadi a few times back then in my experience, anak I sakit, habis nak ambil cuti susah, sampai ke tahap dia orang guilt trip me, cakap, habis nanti siapa nak ambil kelas kau? Then aku cakap, in my head, that one not my problem lah. Sekarang anak aku sakit, habis kelas aku, isn't that korang punya kerja untuk cari replacement? Habis to the point that I think maybe because I ambil cuti banyak kali because anak sakit. Anak tu masih kecil. You know, for that first year, they are prone to falling sick apa kan. And then not only falling sick, diorang pergi injection, confirm the next day sakit.
Correct, betul.
And it's because of all these factors lah. So got one time this management bilang I, okay, then you help me find relief teacher. Aku punya kerja jadi.
Senangnya lepas tangan.
Kau tak ada, tak payah pergi.
Kau tak ada, susah nak ambil cuti. Then aku cakap, okay, kau sabar aku kan. Aku akan cari.
Simple lah.
Yeah, correct. So I really cari lah. I post kat Facebook, I message all my friends, cakap, can you help me find, I really need to take leave, anak aku sakit, tak ada orang jaga. It goes to that extreme. And true enough, thankfully, that time my kawan diploma, kebetulan dia baru berhenti. she needed a short break, tapi macam once in a while she don't mind coming back to tuntut
Cantik lah.
Dia cakap, never mind Nurul, how many days you need to take leave? Tak salah, that time anak I kena hand foot mouth lah.
Oh.
Hand foot mouth is like close to 1 week kan. Cakap, kau cover lah for this 1 week boleh tak? Cakap, can, no problem. So luckily I have someone to cover lah.
Mental lah ni
Ini tip untuk korang teacher juga. Kalau tak ada, kalau kau management macam gini, kau buat gini juga.
Tapi kadang-kadang kata orang macam kita bila dengar, oh cikgu gaji besar. Jadi okeylah berbaloi dengan load yang
Tapi gaji
cikgu kena
besar
buat.
aku pun nak ambil cuti juga. Walaupun gaji besar mana.
Tapi diorang tak tahu pengorbanan cikgu tu banyak kena berkorban
Tapi betul ke gaji besar?
Tengok tempat. Kita for
Bagi range.
Okay, for this industry dia terbalik dengan corporate world. Kalau corporate private gaji besar kan. Kalau for childcare is different. Private gaji dia generally lesser than the bigger brands out there, I would say.
Okay.
So anggaran yang I tahu fresh grad, alamak I lost track already close to 3,000 lebih fresh grad for diploma.
Wah, fresh grad tu.
Yeah, so kalau the higher you go, you tahan lama, habis plus increment, definitely can go more lah.
I mean, you're single still okay lah.
Single okay lah.
There's a very-
Dah kahwin tak cukup lah.
Betul. Yeah, correct. Also, there's also another good reason why lelaki cannot stay long. I think for a family, 3,000 memang cukup aja lah.
Betul.
So you need something more lah.
Correct.
Usually lah kan. Maybe that's why lelaki normally the main breadwinner, they cannot stay there long.
That's true. That's
Maybe tadi you tanya kenapa lelaki tak stay lah, tak ada kan banyak, maybe because of that.
Yeah.
Maybe tell me if I'm wrong, comment sikit.
Yeah.
Okay, so ada satu tip yang come out from Nurul bagi tadi tu. Okay, apa lagi yang you think you want to share? Curhat.
Curhat. Selain tu, I think they tend to say macam cikgu complain tak ada time. Everybody will say tak ada time. And then nanti diorang, the management will cakap, then it all goes back to your time management.
Oh,
Pedas.
time management
Menusuk ke kalbu masa tu. So, time management. But maybe they try to understand. But at the same time, kalau betul-betul orang yang poor time management, memang salah diorang lah. Memang I pernah nampak orang macam ini juga.
Tapi orang yang management selalu they come from below atau terus jadi principal?
So far yang I ada semua is from bottom.
Then they
They
should
start from
know about you guys punya kerja
Mungkin
They should
cara
come out this-
orang waktu dia tahun is different tau. Dengan peredaran masa sekarang ni yang terlalu advance dan cepat ni masa, so it's totally different time management. Diorang tak boleh samakan diorang dulu dengan sekarang.
Tapi they should know, they should see,
Tapi
they can share.
mentality
Betul tak,
orang-orang yang dah lama ni selalu dia drag yang dulu
samakan
Ya, tu yang
maybe.
konflik
Is it
kat situ
betul?
lah.
Or you
Actually,
think they just don't care about
What Mas say is true actually. Because I've met many different leaders. So some leaders, they can be very understanding. And some leaders yang tak understanding is, I have also, okay, I give you one example first Yang kerja pangkat. Baru jadi teacher berapa tahun terus naik. Lepas tu naik lagi.
Wow, tangkal apa dia pakai tu
So, my question is, how many years of teaching experience do you have?
betul?
Your years of teaching experience compared to my years of teaching experience, and I've seen how early childhood evolve from 2009 all the way up to now. I have seen the changes. I have seen the changes in the type of children that is under my care and the type of parents that I deal with. And then the expectations also changes along the way.
Yes.
So we learn to adapt to the changes. But you baru kerja berapa tahun, kau nak step pandai, kau terus nak masuk suggestion.
Ini kes ungkal ni orang tua ni.
Kadang bukan orang tua, kadang yang higher management lagi muda dari kita.
Itu lagi ayah papaya.
Itu yang buat kadang emosi terganggu lah kan.
Yes.
Pasal darah muda kan.
You don't challenge me.
Don't challenge me. So tu satu
You
hal
don't
lah.
teach me.
Correct. So tu satu example, because their teaching experience is very short. So their strategies that they apply might be
Kira ni dia
something that,
kurang makan garam lah.
betul lah. Macam itu. Kurang makan garam. So they think that they have new ideas. Sometimes they didn't realize that their ideas are the ones that kita dah implement. But we need your help to come in. Kadang just macam we need break sometimes. Sometimes we have to leave the class for a while. 5 minit, 10 minit. Cakap, can you cover for a while? Nanti dia panggil orang lain.
Okay.
And this kind of people, I realise, dia punya hati dia not even in the classroom setting. So dia macam, kalau kena budak susah sikit je, dia nak lepas tangan balik. Okay, you can take that.
Hey.
Ada orang
Kau
macam
jadi
itu.
cikgu,
Tapi ada pula,
Adakah kerana dia rasa ini dah level bukan level aku dah atas?
which is why back then, back then ada orang pernah panggil aku capable lah ni. Sampai sekarang lagi satu word aku tak boleh lupa. Tadi iceberg kan, sekarang capable.
Okay.
Nanti bila diorang cakap, kelas ni susah tau. Tak apa, dia ni kan capable. How long am I going to stay capable, you tell me? I don't need breaks ke?
Just because you capable, you kena ambil ni je.
Aku kena ambil kelas rabat-rabat every single year without without adult. So correct, macam taken advantage. So it went to a point yang I was already mentally exhausted.
Yeah.
Because every year kena budak rabak. Habis hari-hari aku tengok budak mengamuk, budak throw tantrum, cari pasal. Habis belum kira accident dalam kelas, kadang kita kena buat report.
Oh yes.
Ini semua dah kerja tak perlu lah senang kata.
Extra kerja lah.
Correct. So sometimes management need to understand that sometimes we need break. So break bukan macam take leave, come back, okay, you are fresh. No, it's not like that. Sometimes give us a break, give us an easier class for that 1 year ke 2 years ke, baru kau kasih balik yang kelas susah, okay lah kan. Habis lepas tu orang cakap, cannot you are capable. Yang cikgu lain semua tak ada experience, susah-susah.
Bila lagi dia nak experience?
Exactly. So I cakap, they need to learn from somewhere. You think I start from being experienced all the way? I start from ground zero, man. Yeah. So they have to start from somewhere also.
Betul lah.
Then I cakap, cannot lah, it's not fair lah. So this is another problem with the management kadang. Just because orang tu capable, kau ambil.
I think it's a more easier solution.
Correct.
Because okay lah, you bikin lah, you can do, you do. Kalau aku nak suruh dia ni, akan ada macam-macam masalah along the way. So kau bikin je lah.
So dia tak nak leceh untuk diorang, senang kata.
So in the long run, susah lah. Sebab nanti you quit, dia mati lah.
Betul. Sebab tu bila I dah berhenti pun, ada orang masih message I.
Tanya opinion, cara.
Bukan management lah, they won't look for me lah. Dia punya EGO dia kan besar sangat kan. So my ex-colleague lah, dia minta tips here there. So tak apalah, they have to learn somewhere so.
Betul.
Sampai bila aku nak tolong selalu kan.
Berat juga mental lah kan. Ni betul lah cakap, mental nak kena kental untuk jadi seorang guru
teacher, especially this
primary atau apa, ini lower tau, yang anak-anak yang baru nak absorb explore tentang dunia yang tak tahu.
Kena so called tengah cute lah kena.
Tengah
foundation
lagi. Yes. Lepas tu kau nak kena ngadap management yang perangai macam-macam ragam yang ikut emosi punya. Bila dia uzur punya time kan, perangai dia haywire ke apa kan. Kau nak kena ngadap macam gitu. Then aside from that, parents lagi.
Betul.
Paperwork lagi. Dan ini preschool ni dia ada macam-macam event tau. Graduation, apa segala lah.
Siapa buat dia punya event tu?
Cikgu juga buat. Cikgu juga kena cari-cari bahan. Kadang-kadang duit cikgu juga kena keluar, bayar kemudian. Kadang-kadang tak bayar langsung, buat lupa. Nak claim tu susah.
Betul.
Yes kan. Ni semua benda-benda yang belakang yang
cakap pasal event, kalau dia cantik, lawa, semua happy, okay, good.
Sekolah yang dapat nama.
Tapi
bukan
kalau
cikgu dapat nama tau, sekolah yang dapat nama.
Tapi cock up lah, ada isu.
Cikgu
siapa yang running this event tu? Nurul yang kena.
Aku juga kena.
Diorang akan cari cikgu dulu.
Betul ke? Betul kita cakap ni, betul ke?
Betul lah. Betul, memang betul terjadi. So macam kadang parents complain, okay lah, ni yang those who are not appreciative lah. Yang appreciative, alhamdulillah.
Ada juga appreciative.
Ada, and thankfully, I have seen improvement in the parents' responses sekarang. Because parents, now they are more aware yang kita punya sacrifices is not a big.
The younger generation lah.
So the younger generation, they tend to be more thankful. Sometimes it's as simple as dia fetch anak dia, a simple thank you also is good enough.
Yes.
For us, it's good enough. Then, ada yang they kasih small little gifts. Sekarang balik holiday kasih souvenir sikit-sikit. Okay lah, jadilah. We don't need money, we don't need expensive things. A simple thank you ke, kalau budak-budak peluk hak pun
That
jadilah
one
kan.
is the best lah.
Alright, that's the best.
Ada tak macam budak-budak ni memberi impact macam macam really in your life sampai sekarang you ingat budak tu?
This particular incident ke, story ke,
There's always two types of budak yang kita teachers will remember for life.
Okay.
Satu, very good kids, super well behaved, suka membantu. Lagi satu, paling nakal yang kau macam nak cekik dia kadang.
Tapi suka.
They leave a huge impact on you, man. I tell you. I have a few lah. Tapi yang satu ni I tak boleh lupa because I realise that dia tak dapat attention yang dia nak. The parents think they give very good attention. Tapi actually attention yang dia nak is benda lain. Dia nak one-to-one very good bond. He's actually, dia macam kasar dari segi luar. Tapi dalam dia lembut gila. So to break that susah tau. So dia punya insecurity dia that I see bila I berbual dengan dia one-to-one, I can really sense budak ni dia betul-betul nak kasih sayang. Yeah, so usually this kind of people lah, this kind of children yang kita akan remember for life. And budak tu kadang masih cari I. Kadang that time before I quit, dia lalu dekat kelas. Sengaja lalu tengok. Tapi dah macam action lah. I primary school dia, I don't want to see you. Tapi masih tengok, masih cuy lagi dia tingkap. Cakap, hi, where are you? Where you go? Cakap, I just come back. Oh, okay.
Dia ingat budak-budak ni kan.
Will you tell the parents straight away to the face actually anak kau nak gini, anak kau nak gitu? Ke kau just
I won't start straight like that.
but will
Very
you
sensitive ni.
Very sensitive topic.
but sometimes straightforward is the best way.
But not all parents boleh ini tau terima.
Dia punya beginning dia kena pandai tackle dulu.
Kena ayat dulu
So macam tanya, wah, you go out, is it? Dia cakap, yalah, he got all this whatever class lah, whatever. Terus tanyalah, oh, so what does he do usually? Then baru kita start to tap on that. Then nanti whatever they say, kita bring it back lah. Then cakap, okay, so we realise anak aku behave macam gini. Then we also notice macam kau share kat rumah mungkin dia terlalu busy dengan diorangnya enrichment class ke sampai kan tak ada masa dengan parents ko. So maybe you cut down on somewhere, you make time for them. So macam sandwich method lah we call it. Kita start baik, tengah-tengah kita kasih pedas, lepas tu kita baik balik.
Okay.
So that's our approach. Politik betul.
So pernah tak macam ini dia kena maki, you don't teach me lah, I know my children lah. Pernah ke?
Nowadays alhamdulillah tak adalah.
Dulu
adalah tapi tak terlalu rabak lah. Yeah.
Whatever it is, the teacher just feedback aja, because like you say, you spend more time with them, you know their behaviour and what their needs is. So I think just a feedback kau terima je lah. Bukannya teacher tu nak apa,
kita tak judge lah senang kata.
That's a word. But
Tapi tak semua cikgu macam Nurul punya karakter tau. Macam really study about anak-anak murid atau berkorban untuk anak-anak murid walaupun dia sendiri kurang masa dengan keluarga anak dia sendiri tau. Ada cikgu tu dia macam lepas tangan punya no I don't know that kind of attitude.
Ada.
Kan?
Ada.
tak kuasa lah, aku punya kerja ini je dah cukup.
So I don't know. Ada kid dia blame the kid. The way dia punya cara cakap tu. So it's not semua cikgu seperti Nurul. So sesiapa yang dapat cikgu seperti Nurul ni yang really kasih awak progression tentang anak-anaknya, mungkin boleh terima atau ada apa pun approach secara baik dan beradab. Kalau cikgu yang tak seperti Nurul ni mungkin itu kalau kau nak pengajar kau punya pasal lah kan. Tapi I know it's not easy being a teacher. Ada cikgu yang I dengar ada cikgu sampai tak ada masa nak berkemas kat rumah. Pasal dah terlalu drain, penat. Tak ada masa nak masak lagi. Tak ada masa nak menguruskan rumah tangga. So, benda-benda gini personal life diorang ada sikit terganggu. Kita kadang-kadang tak tahu tau. Diorang bergaduh laki bini,
Betul.
Kerana dia terlalu fokus kat kerja.
Cakap pasal experience lah.
Experience kawan-kawan lah yang kita
tanya je.
So, serius. Yalah, betul. Pasal kita pun nak tahu juga, cikgu ni half a day dah dengan anak-anak kita tau.
Betul.
Lepas tu balik dengan paperwork, nak marking, nak apa, nak ini, nak plan. So masa dia kat mana tu Kita kadang-kadang terfikir juga. Oh tapi bila kita fikir balik, oh cikgu gaji besar, okey lah. You know?
Okay lah, besar tu besar. Tapi pun dia nak have their own time, family time. Jadi parent jangan buat PA lah. Work together with the teacher, not against the teacher lah.
Yeah, correct. So partnership is key lah, number one factor. So kadang we ourselves are also being reminded by the management cakap, don't judge the family. Talk to them first. So memang betul, we will talk to them. Cuma parents tak boleh terlalu defensif when we ask for your experience at home, maybe what are your struggles ke atau apa korang buat. Sometimes we just want to understand you better.
To understand the
correct. So if we can understand you and we can understand the child, then maybe that's where we can start to give tips or ways to help your child further. Because at the end of the day, yang benefit is anak kau.
Correct.
We don't care about you.
Betul.
Yang anak kau yang penting, you put your child under our care is because you trust us and you believe that your child can grow under our care. So if we work together hand in hand, insyaAllah everything will be fine lah.
Betul.
Yeah.
Betul.
So trust is also another key factor lah that I think they need to understand, which goes back to management again. So management kalau tak trust the teachers pun susah juga. Ada juga management yang tak trust teachers. Macam kalau boleh nak micromanage, submission lambat sikit dah kejar macam nak gila. Habis it goes to a point yang macam dia ada simpan dia punya checklist. Okay lah, you want to keep checklist for your own tracking, kita faham. Tapi jangan sampai publicize kepada orang luar lah. Cakap siapa yang dah submit, siapa yang belum submit. That is really putting down the person up. In other words, nak tunjuk yang kau buat kerja, satu. Another one, nak tunjuk yang orang lain tak buat kerja, tapi kau buat kerja. Tak mahu lah, perut nasi orang sih.
But that's how they go up, right?
That's how they go up. So, this kind of people, again, macam saya cakap, dia kejar pangkat. Dia kejar pangkat, tapi dia lupa yang you are working with people and people have feelings. And then orang ni semua pun, diorang pun nak cari makan.
Betul.
Then, because of that, diorangnya performance appraisal nanti terganggu, bonus ke laut.
Yes.
Yeah, so these are the things that I rasa management need to fikir lah, well-being staff jugalah, selain susah ambil cuti lah, jaga perasaan diorang. Memang ada yang degil nak mampus, betul, I tak bedek. Tapi kalau yang degil tu, you want to do like that, by all means. Tapi kalau ada orang betul-betul for genuine reason, tapi kau masih nak buat macam gitu, because of your stern punya leadership style, then I think it's not fair lah. Yeah.
Leadership
Ni betul-betulnya curhat orang kita ni.
Sebab tu kita jemput dia. Kita nak dengar dari pihak seorang guru kan. Pandangan seorang guru, apa yang dia lalui kan. So it's not easy mental gila tau, drain tau.
Yeah, so I rasa besides itu, the management need to also manage their own expectation on teachers. Kira macam you want the teachers to do so much.
Okay.
And then you know that we have very little time. Because you want us to jaga budak. Tapi kau pun nak kita submit macam-macam benda. Mana nak cari masa tu? Habis lagi satu, we as educators, you tell us to modify our approach dengan different budak. Pasal lain budak, lain cara belajar. So kita kena modify. Habis kita pun nak kena respect budak tu punya strengths and weaknesses. Tapi you never respect our strengths and weaknesses. You get what I mean?
Betul.
We are expected to teach literacy, nak ajar numeracy, nak ajar music. Not everybody is musically inclined, okay, in the first place.
Betul.
Yeah, ada orang off tune. And then some people are just not very artistic.
You
cannot really teach art well. And then some people are just not very creative because they can be very good with computer. But when it comes to hands-on, nak decorate class, diorang tak berapa bagus. I have to admit, I'm one of them. I kalau buat kerja paperwork, okay. Tapi kalau nak manage, in terms of set up class, nak kasih cantik-cantik, I can do the basics. Kau nak cantik, that one not my specialty lah. So, I selalu struggle dalam bidang tu lah. So, that's where I tap on my partner. Tapi kalau kena partner pun macam kita mati lah.
Habis lah.
Habis, terus affect kita punya performance.
Oh.
Dia kata, oh, you need to remember the environment is the third teacher. Macam, aku tahu environment third teacher, tapi that is my struggle, that is my weakness. Tapi if you want to keep emphasizing on the weakness, you never build on the strength, then for what?
Betul.
Correct, right? Yeah, so that's where I realised that not only that, you need to find also good partners along the way. So macam, I know some companies, they allow the teachers to choose who is your preferred teacher you want to be with next year. So we can give a list lah, but of course, we cannot get it 100%.
Ada macam ni, ada gaduh tak? Asal kau choose aku, kau tak choose dia? Asal kau choose dia, tak
Tak ada sampai macam budak-budak gitu lah. Tapi macam tak happy because kita tahu dia ni perangai macam ini, dia ni perangai macam ini. Ada yang malas kerja. So kalau sway kena yang malas kerja, habis lah, mati lah. 1 tahun lah menderita kat situ.
Yelah, tak boleh go along tak,
ada yang macam blur-blur macam ada yang blur-blur macam apa, something happen to budak tu, terjadi depan mata dia. Oh, I don't know, I never see.
Dia itu bukan blur lah, action blur lah.
Action blur. Ada macam gitu. So, yalah.
Pasal Nurul kan capable, so kena buat lah dia.
Dugaan hidup dalam kerja.
But you as a senior teacher, you should shouldn't you like, okay, you need to do this, you need to do that, ke ataupun tak boleh? It's not your job.
Because my position last was lead teacher. So I have a few teachers lah yang I have to also tengok-tengok juga. So what happened is, kalau macam some of these teachers are under my care, I will try to, my approach is different than some other people. Ada orang, dia berbual, dia kasih strategi, dah, the rest is up to you, banyak pasal. But for me is, I will try to talk to them out of my working hours. Kadang tanya, kau okay tak? Apa yang tak okay? Kau bilang aku. Then, what are you struggling with? I don't want to know what success you made.
Yes.
I want to know what is your struggle, because that is where I can come in to help. And secondly, I as a lead, I punya orang ni macam sandwich in between tau. Okay. So I have the teachers, baru kita punya macam vice principal dengan principal lah. So in order for me to answer to orang atas, I need to understand orang bawah.
Betul.
But then in order for me to implement apa orang atas suruh, I pass down pada orang bawah, I jadi filter. Kadang aku sengaja delay benda. Because I know they are struggling already. Habis kau nak aku implement banyak benda. Habis meeting is supposed to be something that is an open topic, open discussion. I like it that way. Yeah. But some people macam, dia conduct meeting,
dia je cakap.
Dia berbual. Habis lepas tu dia yang mengajar. Lepas tu tambah lagi kerja. Mak Datuk, cikgu dah banyak kerja, kau nak tambah lagi kerja. Mana nak cari time? Yeah, so bila I got the chance to implement meeting kan, my meeting is always different. I get the teachers to talk. I diam. Because sometimes cara dia berbual is not really what they say. It's the tone that they say that orang fail to see. Yes. So I tend to listen. I tend to listen to their tone.
This is the way, what?
Yeah, that should be the way. And then kadang kalau macam I tak ada masa nak pergi kelas, because some centers besar gila, some centers very kecil. Kalau centers kecil is more manageable lah to talk to them, because sekali-sekala kau boleh just swing by pergi kelas dia. Tapi kalau macam center besar sangat, macam I think some centers bawah blok dia pecah-pecah kan.
Yeah.
Nak pergi different kelas susah kan. So kadang I buat macam Google Form. I just send a message cakap, sorry I had to disturb your time, but I know it's not easy for you to find time to fill up this form. But I really need to understand you. So kalau kau senang, please fill up this form.
Jadi orang buat pun senang.
Yeah. So basically, as a leader pun, you have to gain the trust. You cannot force the trust on someone. Ada orang macam dia paksa you respect to the point that you just do. I pernah tau.
Oh my God.
I question the person because I want to understand better. I'm a logical person. Before I do something, I need to know why am I doing it? How is this going to benefit me and the center? And then how is this going to benefit the child?
Okay.
Kalau dia benefit child, benefit the center, tapi aku tak faham the logic behind it,
susah nak implement lah.
Tak ikhlas lah buat kerja. And I don't like that. So it goes to a point, ada sekali tu orang ni cakap just do. Terus I lost my respect for that person lah. My respect is not there anymore.
Dia dah kalah apa, he himself cannot answer your questions.
Correct.
Because we ask so many questions, sudahlah dia ni cakap banyak, simbol pakai power je.
Correct.
Pakai elek kan?
Yeah. But for me it's different. For me is, I would rather you trust me, you trust that I am trying to help you. But it will take a longer time. It's not immediate. Kau nak immediate boleh lah, aku akan paksa kau.
Yeah.
But I don't like that approach lah. That's not how it's supposed to be done. Yeah, so lah, that was another angle from the management side lah.
So because of semua ni, that's why you quit ataupun now you have another adventure to go?
Actually, it's both, I would say.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so the reason why I quit is, to be honest, I was already going through a burnout. To be frank, I didn't even know I was having a burnout in the first place. I tak tahu. I just kept dragging myself to work, macam nak nangis. Then I keep complaining and whining, and then macam I cakap, I'm the sandwich person kan. I orang tengah kan. So teachers' problem, they keep telling me, I think maybe because I'm the person to go to lah, to vent out. So I dengar masalah, tapi I don't know how to help them because I'm stuck in between. Orang atas pula push I. So I ada macam, I nak tolong korang tapi aku sendiri mentally exhausted. I don't know how to help myself. Then this colleague of mine, I cakap, burnout is very common in teachers, so I think you need to take a break. Then I told her, what is a burnout? Dia cakap, I think you're going through a burnout. Tu macam, okay, so I Google, betul lah sih. I was really going through a burnout, macam tak ada mood nak kerja. Kalau kerja pun macam tak ikhlas. Habis budak cari pasal sikit je pun aku dah melenting macam nak gila.
Okay.
Yeah, so
without you realizing that you are
correct,
having
betul.
this trauma.
I didn't realise also, but it started to snowball bila the part whereby just now I mentioned earlier, budak safety and then still need to conduct lesson. Kadang we need to find pockets of time to talk to our students tau, cakap yang okay, just now we had this incident, something happened because your friend did da. Then we want to share with the budak-budak. So where can we find time? Sometimes we have to take a bit of our lesson time to talk to them. So we gather them together. Management lalu, kenapa kau tak buat lesson? You want us to talk to the kids satu. You want us to educate on safety. You want us to talk about their values, moral values. But you don't even let us to find time. Macam mana aku nak berbual? Habis, this is the only time lah. Habis, lepas tu kau cakap kita tak buat lesson. Habis, bila time kita buat lesson, ada yang terganggu. Ada budak cari pasal. Ada budak interrupt.
Itu semua diorang tak nampak.
Exactly. So, kita macam bingit lah. Kadang kita bingit sendiri. So, yang those who went through with us, kita je lah yang faham all this frustration. So, when I went through this, so I faham cikgu lain punya frustration juga. So, macam nak tolong tapi tak boleh tolong because I know they are already not really trying to understand from our point of view. But I don't blame them because sometimes orang atas lagi yang tekan dorang.
Betul.
Yeah, so that is partly the reason why I left And for me, why I can confidently leave is because I know I already have something to do what's next lah, which is something that I started 3 years ago, almost 3 years ago. So because I have a backup, that's why I berani quit. Actually, since last year, I dah bilang, I dah preempt my principal tu. I cakap, I give myself 1 more year. Mungkin aku berhenti next year.
So really you berhenti this year?
Actually, dia negotiate. Okay, this principal baru ni, alhamdulillah, she's very nice.
Okay.
Very understanding lady. Cuma because of all this mental workload, habis lepas tu my family, my kids dah membesar, then I feel like I miss out so many years of them growing up. So, I decided lah, sampai bila sih nak kerja macam ni, habis fokus kat anak orang, anak sendiri tak terjaga. Aku yang rugi kan nanti.
Betul.
Terus, she try to negotiate lah, my principal cakap, okay, how about, lepas tu dia negotiate.
Test.
Then, terus, I try to tahan sampai end of last year. Okay, end of last year, I fikir. Then, April dapat bonus. So, I have that 4 months to think lah. Until this principal tanya I this one question aja. Terus I confirm I nak berhenti. And her question is, I'm going to ask you, what is your big why when you started? She asked me to think back tau. Why did you even start to join early childhood in the first place? And I told you kan, aku tak minat in this industry in the first place. I don't have a big why in why I joined here. My big why is just for the sake of getting money because I need a job. Terus I cakap, I balik, I bilang my husband, I'm gonna quit. My big why is not here. So maybe that's why aku macam burn out. It's my body is telling me enough is enough. And I keep falling sick also, tak bedek. I sprain my back pernah, budak tumbuk tendang I pun pernah. So it's like a calling ah. Dia cakap, okay lah, I think enough is enough. Berhenti lah. Then that's where I go into another venture lah sekarang ni. I'm no more teacher anymore.
Yeah. Later before we go off, kita cakap sikit je. But dia, I'm sure she want people to connect with what she's doing now. Betul tak?
Boleh jugalah
Boleh.
nak tahu.
Okay, but before that, before we ending kan, what will you advise people yang nak start this thing? Tadi you dah bagi advice banyak, tapi this is one thing that the why mesti ada, tapi what other thing that before you nak pergi belajar this course also, you nak kena ada this thing, then you is actually this, you're in the correct path. Otherwise, don't bother thinking about doing this thing.
Think besides the big why, you also need to ask yourself first, is this what you see to work in for the next 10, 20 years down the road, 30 years. So if let's say you're a fresh grad, katakan umur 20 tahun lah baru graduate kan, so maybe 20 years later, 40 years, where do you see yourself? Do you still see yourself as a teacher, ataupun kau memang nak jadi principal, kau memang nak buka preschool eventually one day? Then that's one thing. And then secondly, if you were to enter this industry, are you ready to handle the challenges or not? Because that is another factor yang banyak interns, I ever take interns jugalah.
Okay.
So interns, diorang cakap, I didn't know it's going to be this stressful. I didn't know there's a lot of work to deal with. And then wow, your center is so big, dia cakap. Then cakap, I think I prefer smaller center. So these are the things that you need to know in hand. Kalau you want a smaller center, private center is good enough, tapi they don't pay a lot. But it comes with a price lah, lesser workload. Tapi you want a higher pay, the price is small lah, kau workload pun banyak jugalah. So it's a fair balance lah. Then lastly, you need to know how to tackle hati orang jugalah. Because if you are a very cold person, you're introvert, you don't bother to change yourself, you cannot survive in this industry.
Okay. Tackle hati orang
Betul.
Tackle hati orang, Mas.
Jaga hati orang.
Okay, Mas, ada question before we go agak, Mas.
Dah berhenti ni tak rasa rindu nak teach tak? Dengan budak-budak ke? You know?
To be honest, no.
Oh.
It's a straight no.
Tetap payah.
Straight
payah
no.
buka-buka lagi.
Cik dia dah teropik
Maybe in a classroom setting, no. Tapi nak kata, I pernah terfikir nak pergi tuition, do phonics, because I am a certified phonics teacher.
Okay.
Cuma the thought of dealing with parents, aku malas. Sorry but malas . No offense to all parents. Parents are nice, but I don't want to deal with all that nonsense, satu. But because I stay nearby my last center that I work with, so kadang nampak my budak-budak that still under my care, tengok cute-cute, alah rindu budak-budak ni. I just rindu the kids.
Itu je lah.
Not rindu the teaching and the paperwork. Nope.
Not that lah. I think for your mental health, you terus totally stop, tak payah nak rindu-rindu.
Tak payah lah.
Correct.
Okay, guys. Curhat dah keluar.
Okay. So kita
pandangan
sekarang
dah keluar.
Kita nak tahu apa yang Nurul buat all head ni.
Okay, so now I am doing forex trading. Yeah.
Wow. Turun naik.
I'm a full-time forex trader.
Uh-huh.
Actually, I started this in November 2022.
Okay.
I chance upon this through my husband. Dia yang start dulu. Then I was like, apa benda ni? Then I try. Lepas tu dia cakap, oh, you want to know? Come on, I introduce you to this guy. So bila dah kenal-kenal, then I get to know about the system that we use. I was like, ni benda okay, fun. Baru-baru was like fun. It's like a game to be honest. Memang betul, it feels like a game. Cuma as I turn full time now kan, I realised that actually forex trading ni, it's not as how the social media portrays tau. Macam you masuk $100 boleh flip jadi 200, 300. Boleh tu boleh. Cuma
tapi not as easy
it's not as easy. It's a whole different ball game.
Yes.
Because why the forex market is very complex in the first place.
Okay, kita tak nak continue sama, because kalau kita boleh continue, tapi kalau korang nak connect to her, because now dia mengajar and dia getting team to be part of your team, correct? You get a team member to be part of the team.
So.
Betul ke tidak?
So how it works is that memang I'm with a group of trainers and we are from a boutique academy. Okay, so why I say boutique academy is because our trainers is not just trainers who knows how to trade. We are all from education background. So I'm firstly from education background. We have another 3 trainers with also education background. 2 of them memang daripada education sector. One of them is previously also adalah manage people. So more or less we know how to cater to students and the approach that is suitable. So macam Panji cakap tadi, if you want to get to know more about what I'm doing and doing this full time, kalau tak nak full time, side income pun why not kan?
Betul.
You can contact me. Should I mention my name?
Sure.
Social media?
No problem.
Okay, my trademark senang je. She trades smartly. Because I don't believe in gambling.
She trades smartly. Okay.
Yeah, she trades smartly.
IG tu.
Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Threads, all there.
Later
one
so
day
we will put the
YouTube.
link dekat bawah tu kan.
Yeah, can put a link there also.
Yeah. So kalau korang nak tahu more, we're not going to talk details about this maybe later in the next episode. Tapi meanwhile, you can connect to her and her friends to meet up untuk chit-chat aja, no obligation, betul?
Yeah, no obligation.
No obligation. Maybe it's like Nurul say, second side income. I've seen how it works. Muaimin ada told me, show me, ada do that, what they call it, the not the real account but the demo account.
Yes.
Kalau betul benda tu work, aku kaya ni.
It's not a get rich quick scheme.
Tapi no lah, it's not.
Tapi orang dengar forex je, kaya.
Yeah, but it's not as easy
je
as
kat
tekan-tekan lah. You need to be smart lah, right? You need to jangan ikut emosi lah, kan?
Yeah. It's definitely a skill lah. So just contact me lah if you want to.
Yes. Okay, korang again, what's your account? Smart.
She trade smartly.
She trade smart account. Mas, kau boleh join juga, Mas.
Dah cukup mental aku. Sudahlah ya.
Okay guys, so kita banyak feedback, curhat pun ada, info pun ada, macam-macam cerita pasal cikgu-cikgu. Maybe korang yang tak tahu sebelum ni dah tahu yang cikgu ni bukan sekadar mengajar anak korang, mengajar korang juga.
Wow. Sedap slogan dia.
Okay Mas, before we go off, ada kata-kata sebelum kita go off, kata-kata untuk kita dan
para ibu-ibu bapa ni kan yang anak-anak pergi preschool, sekolah-sekolah rendah ni kan, kalau boleh itulah beradablah bila dengan cikgu.
Betul.
Dan sama juga vice versa juga. So beradab dan dengar apa yang nak cikgu cakap dulu tentang anak anda. Jangan terus jadi denial atau tak accept reality, atau anak awak lah yang terpaling-terpaling kan. Awak pun terpaling mak sangat kan. Pasal kita mak-mak bekerja kat luar, kita tak tahu yang mengadap anak kita ni cikgu. Hargailah pengorbanan cikgu juga. Dan itulah, dengar apa yang cikgu nak cakap dengan tenang. Lepas tu kita boleh teamwork dengan cikgu.
Betul.
Pasal ini anak kita. Untuk membesar dia, jadi didikan cikgu tu memang perlu kan.
Betul.
So yelah, beradablah bila berdepan dengan cikgu. Jangan tak habis-habis asyik nak tuduh, ni cikgu lah.
Tak boleh harap orang cikgu ni tak guna cikgu ni.
Semua cikgu ni memang stigma mak-mak kan. Kalau dah dengar anak kena bedal ke apa, kena denda kan, dia tak boleh terima. Memang faham, kita seorang mak. Tapi apa-apa pun beradab bila berhadapan dengan cikgu.
Yelah, because when you heard your child kena gigit, kena pukul, kena ni,
memang tak terima.
akan marah. Tapi maybe tapi kau kena relax. Dengar dulu from both side. Yang budak yang gaduh dia dua-dua, unless cikgu tu yang gigit, kau boleh pukul cikgu dia.
Pasal cikgu nak kena pantau bukan 1-2 ketul anak berpuluh kadang dalam kelas tu. So mata dia hanya ada 2, dia fokus macam gini, bukan fokus ke anak awak saja.
Betul. Anak kau yang adik-beradik pun dekat rumah pun gaduh gigit ni ada. Ni kau orang luar. So kau kena expect this when you send your child.
Faham sikit lah.
Faham sikit lah. Okay guys, ini pun curhat daripada kita tadi sikit.
Setelah mendengar rintihan Cikgu Nurul ni,
pun kita pun hantar juga anak kita
juga kan.
Bila anak-anak kecil pun kita hantar juga. Tapi aku ni parent yang paling baik, cip. Tak ada complain because we respect the cikgu very much. Kita hormat, kita harus kan. Okay guys, kalau korang ada story lagi nak cakap apa-apa, kalau korang ada korang sendiri nak come to our podcast, to our little small studio ni untuk journey korang yang kita boleh share sama-sama. Kita sharing is caring lah kan.
cerita-cerita
So we learn
reality,
from each other so korang DM kita Okay, Panji Syafiq. Sebelum tu terima kasih Nurul spending time with us for almost about 2 hours I think.
This podcast.
And thank you for sharing Thank you for sharing. Susah kita nak dapat this POV daripada seorang cikgu ni yang betul-betul nak keluarkan semuanya.
Curhat.
Thanks dulu, thanks.
No problem.
Thanks credit also to our kawan kita Muhaimin tu. Thanks for the connection.
Ada link ya.
Okay, thank you guys. This is Panji Syafiq di sini.
Tante Mas di sini.
Boys cakap je. Be safe and stay safe. Assalamualaikum. Bye bye. Jumpa lagi.